My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is the only channel dedicated to UFC picks and DraftKings lineups run by professional fighters and MMA insiders. Every week, I join Nick Newell, professional fighter, professional model, and ESPN Top 10 guest, along with Dan Kramer, UFC fighter, Bellator fighter, Ultimate Fighter alumni, and Jacob Lyons, a skinny kid from Indiana. And we break down every single fight, the betting odds, the DraftKings picks, and we set you up for success. UFC 264, Poirier versus McGregor 3 is Saturday night. And if you want to make money watching that fight, pay attention. Monkey Knife Fight is the easiest and best way to make money on fights. We have a betting guide. You can follow that and you can place bets. We do DraftKings. You can follow that and play DraftKings. But I'm telling you, this is the easiest. You triple your money with every successful play. And they've added a bunch of fun, cool new games. Pay attention. Don't leave. I'm going to open this up with the guarantee you will not lose. You'll take some money home. Pick and play. First thing you need to go is go to wewantpicks.com/MKF. Sign up. Make an account. If you use promo code WWP, they will instantly match your deposit. So deposit whatever you want. If you're nervous, deposit 20. They'll give you a free 20. If you're confident, you want to make a ton of money, deposit 100. They'll give you a free 100. Only use the free money. Don't even use your real money. Use the free money and play one of these lines. I'm going to jump around a little bit. I'm going to go right into what I think is an absolute 100% guarantee to win money. We're going to do that first. Then we'll back up and do some of the other fights. First thing I'm going to do is click on Star Shootout. This gives us a bunch of different cool options. But the one I'm focused on right now is Knockout Kings. What I need to do here is pick 3 fighters that can win or I think will win by KO or TKO. So I'm going to do Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor. I'm not positive which way that fight's going to go. I think Conor may win. Dan thinks Dustin's going to win. Either way, everybody agrees that this is not going to be a decision. So I have the 2 of them and then Sean O'Malley. So between the 3 of these guys, I am absolutely positive one of them is going to win by stoppage. Furthermore, I think 2 of them will. One of them in the main event for sure, and then Sean O'Malley. All I need to do is pick here how much money I'm willing to play and how much money I'm willing to win. So if I get even one single knockout, I'll get 10% free money. If I win 2, 50%. And if I win all 3, which I can't do with these picks, I will quadruple my play. So I'm going to do 2. So I'm going to play $10 and I will win 15. So 50% back. So I'm going to do I'm doing 20. I'm very confident. I should do 100, honestly. Do I do 100, Dan? It's a big
I think you do 100, yeah.
I'm doing 100. Let's do 100. I'm going to play 100 to win 150. That's how confident I am that 2 of these fights are going to end. I mean, if Sean O'Malley pulls off a submission, I'm going to hang myself in the corner.
I was going to say, you better not hope for that Poirier O'Malley double submission over there.
All right, let's reel this into 50.
Wow.
So it's because it is Knockout King. So KO, Dr. TKO, that's all fine. Just not a submission or a decision. So I'm doing 50 to win 75 because I chickened out. I'm going to submit this. We're going to lock it in. Let's put it this way. 1 is an absolute guarantee, like a guarantee. 3, not with that lineup. 2, very, very confident. So that we just played. Now let's get to the more traditional plays. These are the straightforward plays, and we're going to be picking fights based off of landed strikes. So let's go into the main event. We have Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor 3, and the strike line is 85.5 for Dustin, 59.5 for Conor. All we need to do, Dan, is say, do we think Dustin will land more or less than 85? Conor, more or less than 59? I'll let you go first.
I think I said less in the last one, right? Let's just see where that line has moved. I mean, I think I got to go less here. I think to me, it's when Poirier is going to get a finish. If McGregor could get a finish early, and then it's that. Yeah, I'm going less. I think both guys are going to knock the other one out. or have the chance to knock the other one out. I think Poirier will do it later in the fight. So it's just a matter of if it goes to the 4th round, will he have landed 85.5 strikes by then? I don't
Probably
know.
not. If he, let's put it this way, if Dustin Poirier lands that many strikes, that's it. If he's getting that close to Connor and hitting him that often, he either took him to the ground, is going to beat the hell out of him, or he pieced him up on his feet. So I don't think Dustin's going to land that many that,
Yeah, I'm going less with just the likelihood of a knockout early from both guys.
And Connor's not throwing any kicks. So this would be 59.5 punches. And if he hits Dustin 59.5 times, that fight's likely over also. So I think less is the play. So throw $10 on it. 10 to win 30. This is what I mentioned before. You triple your money. So the real strategy here is you don't put it all on one fight. You spread it out over 5-6 fights. Even if you only win half, you double your money. It's the easiest math in the world. I'm going to triple my money here because I'm confident in this one, but I'm doing 10 to win 30. Let's lock that in. And then we'll move to our co-main event, Danny boy. New game. And let's go to the co-main. We have Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Gilbert Burns. 95.5 for Stephen, 67.5 for Gilbert. What are your thoughts? This is a hard one.
Less.
So you think there's a stoppage here? Or you just think Gilbert can't get in to land because of the rain?
I think Gilbert Burns is going to get takedowns. I mean, let's put it this way. If Thompson game plan works, right, he's going to be at distance trying to land shots. I think somebody pulled the numbers last time we did this. And even in like a 3 or 5 round decision, he barely got 95 strikes. So if his game plan pans out, I don't see him getting 95 strikes. Plus, if he gets a knockout, I don't see him getting, obviously not 95 strikes. Burns, I think, to win this fight needs to get takedowns. So, yes, I know he could get the pitter-patter shots here to get over 67.5. But he also could get a knockout. He also could get a submission. Yeah. So I just think if either of these guys execute their game plan the way they want to, it's going to be less. If it somehow turns into a back-and-forth chess match and battle, then, yeah, it could potentially go more. But I think the better play is less.
Yeah, you're probably right. I do like that logic because you're right. If Wonder Boy stays on the outside, uses the karate stance, pieces him up, that's still a lot of strikes.
The only number I'm even concerned about at all, I think, is the Burns number.
If he gets on top and just ba.
Yes, that, if he does a 3-round wrestling clinic where he's just punching and going for subs, punching, he could rack up some pitter-patter shots. But, I mean, out of all the options, less, I think. I mean, you could do less more, but I don't know. I feel like less leaves the knockout open, leaves the submission open, leaves a lot more options.
I think you're right. I think it's definitely less. I have Stephen Thompson winning this fight, but I think less is the play. So again, I'm going to play 10 to win 30. Let's lock that in, triple my money. And you can see how easy this is, right? If I win the main event and lose this one, I'm still up a bunch of money because I played $20 and I'm taking home 30. So I'm up a third. Very easy, simple math. That's why I want to play as many as possible. WeWantPicks.com/MKF. So Danny, instead of going to another fight, why don't you tell me what fight you want to see?
Let's go to the Topuria Ryan Hall fight.
The most controversial fight of the entire card. We have Ilia Topuria at 54.5 strikes. Ryan Hall at 44.5 strikes. Striker versus grappler. What are you going to do here?
I'm going less.
Because you think Topuria is going to knock out Ryan Hall, and if Ryan Hall wins, it's going to be one of those wild roll/heel hooks.
Yep, it's just all numbers, right? Like the outcomes I could see happening. I mean, 2 out of the 3 outcomes that I could see happening would win me with less. I would win with less. So if Topuria gets in early, goes to the body, goes to the head, we talked about in the other video what I think his game plan should be. Disengage from the Imanari rolls, disengage from ground scrambles, and try to land big shots. He could put them away. If Ryan Hall does get the sub early, that's going to be a less. The only way it could go more is if Topuria beats him up over the course of 3 rounds. And like I just don't see Ryan Hall really landing that many strikes in this fight. So I think out of all the outcomes, less is probably more probable than any other outcome. So I feel good about that.
That's solid logic. I'll do it just because we're here. Why not? And honestly, this is stupid. This is Jacob logic, but having a crowd there, I mean, these guys are going to be amped up, ready to go. People screaming, cheering. It's a Conor McGregor card. There's just different energy. That Ilya may come in with big, heavy bombs looking for a finish and get caught in something stupid, or actually get a finish because he's just so hyped up. So I'll do that as well. I think there's going to be a lot of finishes on this card. What I'm going to grab for my favorite fight, we're going to go to Star Shootout all day. But we just did Knockout Kings. If you look across the top, what you can do here is you can slam these fighters together. So I can do 3 fighters instead of 2. I can work my way all the way up to 6. So if we scroll all the way to the right, if we go 6 for 6, we 25 times our money. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do rapid fire. I love rapid fires. So what rapid fire does is it grabs 2 random fighters, puts them together, and all I need to do is say who gets more strikes. So in this case, we have Kunitskaya and Wonderboy Thompson, but Wonderboy gets a 27.5 strike handicap. And then Irene Aldana over Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier gets 13.5 strike handicap. So do I think Yana Kunitskaya will land more strikes than Stephen Thompson will, and then Stephen Thompson gets 27.5? No. She does have incredibly high volume, but 27.5 handicap, that's a big handicap. So I'm going to take the handicap here. Then we have Irene Aldana, Dustin Poirier. So these two are fighting each other. They typically have high volume. Oh, Dan, this one's tough. Do you think Dustin lands more strikes than Aldana does with 13.5 handicap?
That's a tough one just because the finish factor,
Yeah. I'll go with Aldana because I think that fight will go the distance. And both these women are pretty busy. I have Thompson over Kunitskaya because 27.5, that's a huge handicap. I mean, she would really have to put up some numbers.
I'm looking at Aldana's. I mean, Aldana's got a lot of strikes, 92, 26, 127, 75. So
it's a solid handicap. It's just such a big number. 27.5 more strikes.
Yeah, I like what you did there. I think Thompson with the bonus, Aldana only because of the finishing ability of both guys in the main event. I think I agree with you on that one.
All right, so let's 10 to win 30. Same logic as everything else. Let's lock this in, and we are good to go. Guys, let us know in the comments your favorite picks and plays. Go to wewantpicks.com/MKF. Log in, sign up, use the promo code WWP. You'll get an instant match. Use the free money. Play. I'm telling you right now, this is almost a social service. This is the easiest way to make money watching fights. I'm positive.
Spread your bets out. If you're a $10 bettor, do $10 on like 8 fights or 7 fights, whatever you feel semi-confident about. Whenever I've done that logic, I think I had 1 losing week out of like 15.
Yeah, I deposited I think $100 when we first, we signed up, we did the deal. I deposited $100. I didn't even get the match because we didn't have a promo code yet. I deposited $100. I've withdrawn at least $600, and I have $200 in my account right now that we're just messing around with. So I have never had to put more money in. You just triple every week. Even if you have a bad week, you made something. So check it out. Play the game. Let us know if you have any questions. Hit up the rest of our community and ask them because they're killing it as well. We'll see you for the fights on Saturday. Check out our live stream Friday night. See you then.